Hey guys, and welcome into a day of what I eat. I get so many questions, especially when I'm in prep for a competition, what I eat in a day. So I thought I'd kind of share what I do so you get an idea of it. So I am going to start with my proteins because I keep my protein high in prep, well, actually year round, because I want to preserve this precious muscle that I am building. And a high protein diet helps keep you fuller for longer. So, what I'm eating for protein, actually pretty much year round. I don't deviate too much here and there. I will, but one of my primary staples is just chicken breasts, and this is part of a 3-pack from Costco. And this happens to be the organic. You don't need to do organic chicken breast, but chicken breast is for sure one of my must go to foods that I eat. And another one is ground bison. So I'm not a big beef eater, and I don't like pork whatsoever. So ground bison is a really lean option to use when you're needing some red meat. And so when it comes down to my competition, like my peak week, which is the week leading up to a competition, this is probably going to be something that's left into it because I eat it very well. It absorbs very well in my body. And it helps keep me fuller, and it makes me look a little fuller. So ground bison, and I just get this at Costco. I'm a huge fish lover, so if you're not a fish lover, you can ignore this part. But on the fresh side, and this is just tilapia, not my all-time favorite fish, although I've learned to find ways to make it that I really like it. Air fryer with some Cajun seasoning is really amazing. I like it that way. Toward the end of the prep, we stick with a fresh fish, and that's really the only thing we can find here, Arizona, fresh that that I can eat or that I like. So so I'll stick with that. But when it's not really close to a show, Costco has these amazing bags, and these are single wrap fish fillets. This happens to be mahi mahi, but I also get cod. They often have sockeye salmon, which I really love, and so we use those a lot in the rotation. And then if we can find fresh fish somewhere, of course we'll grab some of that. Sometimes Sprouts has something really good that we like, but I'm a big fishy, which makes Randy a big fish eater. So he's always kind of happy when I stray from that. So that's kind of what's in the rotation right now. And that next I'll move over to the veggies, because this would be the second thing I would prioritize. My meat, my protein sources, and my veggies are always going to be prioritized. So green beans, and these will stay with me up until the show, till a couple of days out, because I do really well with green beans. They don't cause me to inflame. They don't cause bloating or anything. So these are going to stay with me for quite a while through prep. I absolutely love broccoli and cauliflower, and I make it as easy as possible. I get washed and ready to eat. I just throw it in a steamer, and I'll steam it, and I just try to make it as easy as possible on myself, because I'm cooking so much. I eat so many vegetables that I go through them so fast. So if I can find anything pre-cut, I will. Asparagus is amazing. It's actually kind of a diuretic for us, so it'll help us if we have a little bit of water retention. This is also a vegetable that will stay with me up until the end, really close to to a show, because it doesn't make me bloat. My stomach does very well with it, and I love it. It's one of my favorite veggies. Yellow squash is really good, and I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it, but when calories start to get super low, a lot of people will add zucchini and yellow squash into oatmeal and things like that to try to fluff it up. So I'm going to give that a try because I do like these, and they do lend themselves to a sweeter flavor. You know, we have zucchini bread and things like that. So yellow squash. And then Baby Bella mushrooms, and it's open. You can tell I like them. I've been eating them. So what I do with this is sometimes I'll just saute some up in a pan and just have them. But what I'm absolutely loving is this Tattooed Chef cauliflower rice stir fry. Get this at Costco, of course. I love Costco. And so this, I'll probably keep this in my diet till about 8 weeks out, and then I'll pull it. The reason being, not that it's bad or anything, but it does have some ingredients. It has some sugar and things in it that I try to pull more out of the diet as we get closer to a show. But this will stay with me until about, like I said, about 8 weeks out, something like that. And then I'll pull it out for a while. Another best friend of mine are frozen peas. So I will add them to the cauliflower rice, and it adds fiber. Peas are an excellent fiber source. So like 2/3 of a cup has 4 grams of fiber. So this is, if you're lacking on your fiber and you're making something that you can add peas to, this would be a great addition. Fruit wise, so if I have a higher carb day, I will eat banana. I love bananas. But on my lower carb days, I'll stick to berries. And obviously I've been eating on the blueberries, but I absolutely love blueberries. It's really good for your skin. A good fiber source. Raspberries are another go-to of mine. If I can find really good strawberries, I'll go with strawberries, but they're actually really hard to find really good ones around here in Arizona, so I don't do too many strawberries. But blueberries and raspberries are my go-to, so I will eat those. And then let's get into the fats. Oh, other protein sources. So forgot about these. So I have 2 types of protein powders I like. I like the Dimetize, and this one's a cookies and cream. This one is a PES Select. This is Cake Pop. Absolutely love these. And these, I'll have these till about maybe another, probably another week or two, till I'm about 10 weeks out. And I'll pull these 2. Whey proteins don't give me a problem with bloating, but just in case, just kind of take it out. But I'll mix this with some oatmeal in the morning. So my go-to breakfast in the morning is oatmeal with a cup of berries, and then a protein powder. I just mix that all up, and it is just so good, and gets me ready for my workout. So fats wise, so what I'm using fats wise, so if I'm cooking in the air fryer, and sometimes I'll use Pam, I don't happen to have any handy, but so if I'm cooking in the air fryer, which I use a ton, I'll use this avocado oil spray or olive oil spray, or like I said, Pam sometimes. I like the sprays because you can't really overdo it with the sprays. I will still count them. I just like to overestimate my fats because I'd rather overestimate what I'm taking in than be eating more than I think I should. So these sprays in Costco, Safeway, Publix, whatever you happen to have in your area, you can probably find some cooking sprays that, like this one's 100% avocado oil. So you can probably find some pure oils that you can use, and it cuts down on the amount you use because you can just simply spray it and get a nice film and things won't stick. If I am cooking something like Brussels sprouts, which I don't have here at the moment. I've cut those out already for my prep, but we do, if I'm in my improvement season and not getting ready for a show imminently, we'll eat a lot of Brussels sprouts, but they do not agree with me. I love them, but they don't love me. So I know I've shown my Brussels sprout recipe before, but I'll just use regular avocado oil with that. And sometimes I'll use coconut oil. I love the taste of it, and it agrees very well with my stomach. So if for some reason I haven't hit my fats for the day, I'll put some coconut oil on a rice cake. So let's get over here to the carbs, and then I'll kind of tell you how I put all this together in a day. So oatmeal is every single morning. I just like it. It's my go-to. I've been doing it for years. It's quick, it's easy, so don't fix anything that's not broken. So I try to keep things as simple as possible for myself. So this is just always a go-to in the morning. And then rices. We'll eat a lot of rice around here. This is a jasmine rice, and you'll see a binder clip on here. Binder clips are like the best ways to to close bags, even better than like regular bag clips that you buy for food bags. And then brown rice, again, this will disappear, you know, as we get closer to the show, just because brown rice tends to make me bloat a little more. Doesn't mean there's anything bad about it. Just for me, it doesn't work very well. And then rice cakes. These are really quick, like if post-workout to get in some carbs really fast, or before workout to get a quick boost of energy, I'll go with rice cakes. These are just plain. This is what life looks like as I get closer to the show, till about, you know, a month out or so. I'll keep some caramel ones in my life. These are really good, especially with the coconut oil. But so I eat those as carb sources, because sometimes my carbs can be upwards of 300 a day on, well, it is right now on my high carb days. So these are a really good way to get in that. And sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. I just make up a bunch at once and cook them up, and then I'll have them. And then if Randy wants one, I'll heat one up for him. And then what I like to do with mine is take the baked sweet potato and I'll mash it and just put it in a Tupperware container. And that way I can take it out at will as I like it. And I just kind of like it that way. I'll put some cinnamon on it. It tastes wonderful. So how do I put this all together? So before my workouts will be oatmeal, like I said, berries. And when the protein powders come out, I know some of you may cringe, but it's either going to be fishy for breakfast or chicken. Those are going to be my go-tos when I'm sticking with darn near 100% whole foods. Post-workout is, for me, I love fish after I work out. It digests really easy for me. So again, the fish. And then I'll start to put in some veggies. So I'll do like a serving of veggies. I'll eat broccoli as long as I can. I absolutely love it. So that's usually my go-to in the morning, my morning veggie. And then I'll do, usually I'll do some jasmine rice after I work out. I like it. It's a good carb source. I can get in a lot of carbs really quickly. So I will usually do rice after a workout. And depending, a rice cake, I may throw a rice cake or something in there. And then a tiny bit of fat. Ideally, I should spread my fats out equally throughout the day, but I like it. I don't like it really around when I work out. It just doesn't feel good in me. So I'll save them for later in the day. And I don't have a lot of fats right now anyway, so I don't really miss it. Then comes lunchtime, and lunch will be something like, I'll do like the cauliflower stir fry with some chicken or bison. I just heat this up in a saute pan, like a nonstick pan. I'll add in some peas if I like, or or some mushrooms to it. I'll slice up some mushrooms and cook them up in it. Sometimes I'll actually put some yellow squash into it. So I'll beef it up with a little more vegetables in there. And then depending on what my carbs are looking like for that day, because they will fluctuate, I'll actually add some rice to it to bulk it up. So it just kind of depends. And cauliflower, this is amazing. Randy loves this stuff, so that tells you how good it is. He'll eat it. So this is really good, but like I said, it's going to disappear here in the next few weeks. So if I don't have this, it's going to be veggies. And what I like to do with veggies, and I happen to have some broccoli here. So what I'll do is I'll just steam up a bunch, and you can tell I've been eating on the broccoli. Broccoli is a really good vegetable. I found that you can steam and keep it around for a couple days. So I do that with broccoli. If I do it with green beans or asparagus, I will steam them very al dente, and then they'll keep a little longer, because if I steam, especially asparagus, a little too much, it's gross by the next day. So that's how I'll do that. So that's my lunch. It's going to be a protein, primarily vegetables with a carb. And then at that point, I'll start throwing in some fats. And what that'll look like is either sauteing in some olive oil, or adding some avocado if I happen to have it around. But I don't keep that too close to prep either, because I'm a little sensitive to those, but I love avocado. And I'll use some coconut oil, or if I'm having bison at lunch, my serving of bison, which is 3 ounce cooked, is 4 ounces raw of bison. It's 11 grams of fat. So this will be my fat at lunchtime if I choose to go with a red meat. And then afternoon snack is probably going to be like 3/4 of a serving of white fish or chicken, and that's like 2.5 ounces cooked as a general rule. So when you get a food like bison and you read the nutrition label, it says 4 ounces. That's in the raw state. So to keep things easy, you can get super technical about it and weigh the raw versus the cooked and calculate the difference. What we usually do is say take 3/4. So 4 ounce raw is 3 ounce cooked. And that also goes for like a sweet potato too, because these lose water as we cook them, as we bake them. So using the 3/4 rule with that. So an afternoon snack is going to look like something like fish, a vegetable, and then some type of carb. If I'm a little more sweet tooth feeling, I'll opt for the oatmeal with some stevia powder and cinnamon. And I'll do another video on spices. And maybe some rice cakes. Just kind of, again, it kind of depends on where I am with my carbs for the day. And then dinner, again, is going to be revolving around. It's usually going to be, Randy doesn't love the fish so much. So dinner is either going to be bison or chicken. I might have fish and cook him something different, but something like that. And I'll do air fryer chicken. I just, what I do with the bison is I used to make burgers out of it, but I realized it held all the fat. So now I just cook up ground bison as it is, and I'm able to drain it off and get some more of the fat off it, and you're not sacrificing much of the flavor with that. So I'll do ground bison, and then I can just add that at will to whatever I like. So that, and then like rice is usually a good one go to. Sometimes we'll go back to the stir fry. Sometimes peas, or like a sweet potato on the side. And do note this is a monster size. Look at how that compares. This is probably a good at least 3 servings of sweet potato, or maybe even 4 servings. I'm not going to weigh it out at this time. I'll do that in a different video. But So do note when you get these monster sweet potatoes, it's a lot more than one serving in there. So just something to be mindful of that. But sweet potatoes are very good for you. So don't discount that. And then water. So for me right now, I'm drinking between a gallon and a gallon and a half. When we get about 4 weeks out, it's going to be a gallon and a half. And I'll have to keep pretty good track of that. I could be within a few ounces of that. So it'll be about a gallon and a half at the end, but I make it interesting. So I love this coconut water from LaCroix. Waterloo used to have it, but they discontinued it. But anyway, that is what I eat in a day. Hopefully you got something out of that, and I hope to see you next video. Take care. Bye.